Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to carry on talking to you about adding and subtracting fractions. This time, we're going to look at what happens if you end up going over a whole. Remember, when you're adding and subtracting fractions, the bottom number, the denominator, must be the same. And if it isn't, you're going to have to change one of the fractions by using what you know about equivalent fractions to do that. And we'll look at that in another video. So let's get straight away to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for 3/4, add 3/4. Now let's just have a look at what this looks like using the bar to start with. So here we go. Quarters, I'm going to split it into 4 like this. And each one of these is worth 1/4. And I've got 3/4, so let's draw 3 of them. So I need to shade 3 of them in. There we go, so that's the first one. I'm adding another 3/4, so I'm going to draw another bar underneath. And do exactly the same thing. And I really recommend practicing with the bar if you're at all confused. So here we go, and let's shade in 3 of them. So here we go. So I've got 3/4 and there's another 3/4. If I add them together, let's just count how many quarters I've got. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6/4. So that is my answer. Just like we did before, the denominator stays the same, and I add the two numerators together. 3 and 3 is 6. But let's just understand how that looks like, because at the moment I've got it at 6/4, which is actually what we call an improper fraction, because the top number, the denominator, is larger than the bottom number. And I've done a video about improper fractions, so do have a look at that. And I want to change this into a mixed number. Well, what I'm going to do is think about, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these quarters and I'm going to get rid of it. Well, I'm going to move it. So I've got 3/4 here. I'm going to move it up into that empty box. So I'm going to scrub it out using my blue pen. And it's now no longer here. And I've moved it up into this box. And now you can see I've still got 6/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But now I've got 1 whole and 1, 2, 2/4. Because 6/4 is the same as 1 and 2/4. And it's also worth thinking about when we look in equivalent fractions is the same as 1 and a half. So that's doing it with the bar. I'm going to do another example now, not use the bar, because I'm hoping we can move on as our understanding gets better. So I'm going to look at here. Here we go. Let's do 5/8 plus 4/8. It must stay the same, so I know my answer is going to be an 8. So 5 add 4 is 9. So I've got 9/8. Now what you need to remember is that 8/8 is the same as 1 whole. So with 9/8, I've got 8/8 and another 1/8, because 8/8 and 1/8 is 9/8. So that's the same as 1 and 1/8. There you go. And it's going to be just the same for subtracting. So let's have a look at that. Now this time I'm going to start with a number. I'm going to start with, well, let's start with 1 and 1/4. And I want to take away 3/4. How am I going to do that? Now there are several ways to do it. But what I like to do is I'm going to change this into an improper fraction, because I could take away 1/4 and then I've still got 2/4 left, but I'm just going to change this into an improper fraction. So 1 and 1/4, well, 1 whole is worth 4/4, and then add that 1 quarter gives me 5 quarters. So that is the same as 5 quarters take away 3 quarters. And we know the quarters is going to stay the same. And 5 take away 3 is 2. And again, you look at 2 quarters and know that was the same as a half. And we can do this with any amount of numbers. Let's do another one. Let's go for 1 and 2/5. And let's take away 4/5. So 1 and 2/5, that 1 is going to be worth 5/5. 5/5 equals 1. And I've got another 2/5 there, so 5/5 for that 1, add 2/5 is going to give me 7/5. Take away my 4/5. And I have got an answer always in fifths. 7 take away 4 is 3. So there you go, adding and subtracting fractions when you move over 1. Good luck with that. I think this needs a smiley face to fill that gap in. There we go. Let's give him some pupils. There we go. Good luck with that. Keep at it. Once you've got fractions mastered, it will be so helpful, especially as you move on with your other maths. So good luck.